Danny, another busy week, another short turnaround. What challenge will Cambridge bring us on Tuesday night?
A big one, I think. Another team that have just been relegated from League One. Have a top manager in Neil Harris. I think Neil has probably the best stats in the Championship in recent times with his win ratio, and somehow he finds himself in League Two. I'm not quite sure how that works, but I suppose in football nothing should surprise us. But a very, very good manager, a clear way of playing, some very, very good players. I think some League One players that were already with them. They've recruited really, really well. And I think that they will be a very powerful team in this division. I anticipate them being right there and thereabouts. And for us, I think a great test to see where we are at as a group. We're pleased with our start to have 3 league games and be unbeaten. I think, particularly with things not being easy and straightforward, I think we should be really proud of the way that we've started. But certainly, we have a big challenge in front of us tomorrow night.
And I mean, will it be a similar challenge to the Shrewsbury game, because they were another team that came down, and we certainly proved against them that we could challenge and compete with any team? Yeah,
well, I think probably Shrewsbury surprised us. In the opening games of the season, they'd be much more ball orientated and built on the first line and played in a more expansive way. They kind of closed down their build and played a bit more direct. So well done for the players, really, and I suppose for us as staff adapting in game. But no, I think Cambridge are in a much better place as a group. They've had a good start to the season themselves. I know how demanding Neil is. He'll always want more from his group, no doubt. But no, I think they're a good team. I think that they have goals in them. I look at their players at the top end of the pitch. I think that they have boys that carry threat on transition. I think they've been able to add to their number 9s overnight. So I think they signed Killian Cavassi from Blackpool on loan, which will give them more ammunition at the top end of the pitch. They've just brought Louis Appiah from Stevenage into their group, and he's obviously a player that's done very, very well at this level. So they've got goals in them. I think they've got good organisation against the ball, some really experienced defenders as well. So yeah, for us a tough game, but a really good game, and I think we should go into the game in a confident mindset. And looking to try to be the best version of ourselves.
And of course, building on Saturday, and you say Neil's demanding, you're a demanding manager, and you'll want to see that from your players, won't you, as well? Yeah, of course. It's, I thought on Saturday, off the back of 3 away games in a week, bearing in mind the middle game's a Championship team that we play against, who are pretty much flat out. Look at the team that they played yesterday, Oxford, pretty much flat out. And then we played a 3rd game away from home in pretty much 30 degrees. For the boys to play with the energy and intensity they did was incredible. When you restrict a team like Shrewsbury, who are the home team, to so little expected goals, I think from set pieces maybe 0.5, in open play less than 0.1. Well, to get to that, your defensive organisation has to be good, of course, but the work rate and the energy and the application from the group has to be outstanding. And I thought it was. And it always comes from the top of the pitch, from us, from the 9s and the 10s and the wingers, because when they defend well, it allows us to defend our half rather than having to defend our box or our goal. And the group did that incredibly well, and it definitely gives you a really strong foundation then to build on. And I thought first half we carried real threat and got into some really, really good counter-attack moments. Probably just didn't make either the right decision or the right technical execution in the moment. But second half we really picked up in that and should have had 3 goals. I mean, Sampson's first goal is definitely a goal. And what I was proud of the group is, a lot went against us in the game, really, in that, losing Ben Perry as early as we did.
which meant an enforced changed. That on a really hot day is incredibly difficult because you lose a sub and you lose a window of as well, and you only obviously have two other windows now to make substitutes. So that wasn't easy. Then the goal that should have been allowed gets disallowed, and you're bemoaning your luck. But if you stay resilient and you stay focused and you keep working to the plan, then good things normally happen, and we then find a good goal. Then we get a bit of luck with a second goal in terms of the ricochet, and Kyrie's going through, although it was a super finish from Kyrie once the opportunity presented himself, and then of course their player also gets sent off. So yeah, for us I think there's a lesson to be learned, that if you stick at it and you stay resilient and you keep going, then then I suppose good things happen. Yeah,
and after 3 away games, good to get home and play in front of what we hope will be a big home crowd, because we understand that Cambridge will be bringing a big following for what is essentially a local derby.
Yes, I know everyone tells me it's a local derby. We leave here on a Friday when we travel away, and we meet at Cambridge. It normally takes us about 2 hours to get to Cambridge, so don't feel that local a derby. But no, it's a great game for both sets of supporters. No doubt Cambridge, they're a good club, they're well supported, they're come in their numbers, and the great thing for us is that our supporters are really with us. And I want to thank really the guys. I know there was maybe 100 plus people that actually went to all 3 away games. When you consider maybe working 40, 50, 60, 70 hour weeks and getting to 3 away games in the space of 7 days, just an incredible effort from them. And of course, now we have the benefit of 2 home games in a week, and our supporters right with us, and we'll need them, because 11v11, it's always tough, but at home it never feels like 11v11. It always feels like they're the extra man for us.